The time has arrived. Muslims from all around the world gathered in one place. White clothes as far as the eye can see. More people arriving, having left everything else behind, walking on the same land as the Prophet did. The people forgetting their worldly lives, forgetting all of what is around them, focusing on completing this act of worship in obedience to God. It is the time of Hajj, the time for pilgrimage. So what is Hajj and how does one perform it? Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, one of the 5 most important matters upon which Islam is built. It is the journey to Kaaba to perform at a specific period of the year, specific actions in Mecca and its vicinity for the sake of God. Hajj has a special merit. When performed in an acceptable manner, one becomes clear of all of one's sins, just as if one was newly born. Hajj is obligatory for every Muslim to perform at least once in their lives. That is, for everyone who is free, accountable, and financially able. During the time of Hajj, there are certain matters the pilgrims must stay clear of, which include wearing perfume, performing sexual intercourse, conducting a marriage, for men to cover their heads or wear clothes that are sewn, felted, or the like around the body, and for women to cover their faces or wear gloves. The obligatory actions of Hajj are divided into integrals and requisites. Integrals are the matters that, when not performed, invalidates one's Hajj. A requisite is a matter that, if not performed, can be compensated for by slaughtering while one's Hajj is still valid. The first integral of Hajj is the intention to be in the state of pilgrimage, ihram. This means to have the proper intention in one's heart, such as, I now enter into the actions of Hajj, or I now intend to become in the state of pilgrimage. As a requisite of Hajj, it is obligatory to have the intention, ihram, before crossing the site prescribed for it, miqat. The miqat is the place which the Messenger of God specified as the starting site of the intention of ihram. The pilgrims then enter the holy mosque of Mecca. The beauty and glory of the site, the prestige and charm of the cubicle-like structure in the holy mosque of Mecca. It is the honorable Kaaba.
سلامي يا رايح للحرم وادعيلي وسلم لي على شمس الأمم انظر للكعبة يا محلاها وجماله يغشاها انظر للكعبة يا محلاها
The Kaaba was first built by Prophet Adam and then later rebuilt by Prophets Ibrahim and Ismail. Upon entering the holy mosque and when first seeing the Kaaba, a supplication is made for the sake of God. It is also recommended to perform the welcoming circumambulation –
2
and pray 2 rak'ahs behind Maqam Ibrahim. 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 2 rak'ahs Every pilgrim will then spend some time around Mount Arafat as an integral of Hajj. Arafat is a plain about 9 miles southeast of Mecca where the Prophet gave his farewell speech. One should be present at Arafat sometime between the start of Dhuhr on the 9th day of Dhul Hijjah and the dawn of the following day of the feast. While there, the pilgrims often repeat words glorifying God, asking God for forgiveness, making supplications, and reciting Quran. Proceeding to Muzdalifah, a place 6 miles east of Mecca, the pilgrims stay there for at least a moment between the middle of the night and the Fajr of the day of the feast to complete the next requisite of Hajj. The next requisite takes place in Mina, a village 4 miles east of Mecca, where pilgrims stay most of the nights of Tashriq days. That is, the 3 days following the day of the feast, Al-Adha. The pilgrims throw the first 7 pebbles on the day of the feast, Al-Adha, at the station of Jamratul Aqaba, which is the station closest to Mecca. Cutting one's hair by shaving and trimming is an integral of Hajj. Its time starts by the midnight of the feast Al-Adha and is recommended to be performed after the sun rises and before moving on to the next integrals. The cutting happens by shaving or trimming at least 3 hairs. It is recommended, however, for a man to follow the example of the Prophet by shaving his entire hair. Women would trim their hair. Circumambulating the Kaaba is an integral of Hajj and is only valid after the midnight of the feast of Al-Adha. It is done by going counterclockwise around the Kaaba in the Holy Mosque of Mecca, with one's left shoulder towards the Kaaba, starting the rounds at the Black Stone. The wisdom of the circumambulation is to show one's adherence to the obedience of God, as if one is saying, wherever I am and whichever way I turn, I will adhere to the orders of God. One must then walk between the mounts of As-Safa and Al-Marwa 7 times, from one borderline to the other, as an integral. Both Safa and Marwa are small mountains where originally a valley existed between them. This walk is derived from the story of Hajar and her son Ismail. It is narrated that Prophet Ibrahim left Lady Hajar and their baby son Ismail in a valley in present-day Mecca as an order from God. When Hajar ran out of water, she went in search for more so she could nurse her thirsty son. She moved between 2 mounts, As-Safa and Al-Marwa, 7 times, looking for someone to help them. This is why pilgrims go between these 2 mounts 7 times. After Hajar failed to find water to feed her son Ismail, Angel Jibril came down, hit the ground with his wing, and as a result, water started to come out from the ground. Hajar tried to contain the water so that it wouldn't spread and sink back into the ground. This water is still running until today. It is the blessed water of Zamzam. It is recommended for a pilgrim to drink from Zamzam water until full while facing the Qibla. The pilgrims then return to Mina to throw pebbles at each of the 3 stations during the days of Tashriq. It is narrated that the devil appeared to Prophet Ibrahim to dissuade him from obeying God. Prophet Ibrahim responded by throwing pebbles at him to humiliate him. The followers of Prophet Muhammad are ordered to throw pebbles at the same locations where the devil appeared to Prophet Ibrahim, to show that one must not follow the devil, and to follow the sunnah of Prophet Ibrahim in disobeying the devil and humiliating him. as if the one who throws the pebbles says to the devil, "If you appear to me like you appeared to Prophet Ibrahim, I will throw pebbles at you and humiliate you, just like Prophet Ibrahim did." Before leaving Mecca, as the last requisite of Hajj, the pilgrims perform the farewell circumambulation. That is Hajj in its completion. And what a greater way to end this act of worship than to visit the best creation of God, addressing the rewardability of visiting the grave of the Messenger of God, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
صلوا على من قد سما مشرفا